right now and press the bell icon. Never miss an update.
Hi friends, you can download this lecture PDF from our Telegram group. The Telegram link I have given in description section. Friends, now we'll see the question. The question says, which bank has launched Aarogyam Healthcare Business Loan? So which bank has launched Aarogyam Healthcare Business Loan? We'll see the options first. Options are A. Canara Bank, B. ICICI Bank, C. State Bank of India, D. Kotak Mahindra Bank. In none of this. Friends, this Aarogyam Healthcare Business Loan is mainly deals with these pandemic situations. So the basic aim of this business loan is to strengthen healthcare infrastructure development. So this scheme, this business loan is launching by our India's leading public sector bank, it is State Bank of India. So the right answer is option C, it is SBI. So SBI, it is providing this Aarogyam Healthcare Business Loan. So this loan facility offers to support to healthcare sector. Now when it comes to starting part of the State Bank of India, it is headquarters, it is Mumbai, and present chairman of SBI Dinesh Kumar Kara. Now moving on to next question. The question says, which bank rolled out the pay your contact feature to transfer the funds? So which bank is providing this feature, that pay your contact feature, to transfer funds from our mobile banking or internet banking? Now we'll see the options. Options are A. HDFC Bank, B. ICICI Bank, C. Axis Bank, D. Kotak Mahindra Bank. In none of this. Friends, our India's one of the major private sector bank, it is Kotak Mahindra Bank. Kotak Mahindra Bank has launched this pay your contact feature. Simply they are saying this pay your contact feature, it is allowing their customers to send money or make payment to any other their contacts across all payment tabs, simply by entering this beneficiary's mobile number. So they are saying simply by entering the beneficiary's mobile number, they can send money through their all other payment apps. So they are saying, so this feature makes payment transaction easy and simple, as it is associated with high security as well. So when it comes to starting part of this Kotak Mahindra Bank, it is headquarters, which is Mumbai, and present MD and CEO of this Kotak Mahindra Bank, you know very well, Uday Kotak. Now moving on next question. The question says, the S&P Global Ratings has projected India's GDP growth forecast to be at -% for financial year 2022. Now which is the options? Options are A 8.5%, B 11%, C 9.5%, D 9%. In none of this. Friends, our Standard and Poor Global Rating Agency, they are projecting India's GDP growth for the financial year 2022. So they are expecting 9.5% our GDP growth rate. They are expecting. Now moving on next question. The question says, in which country was the tax inspectors without borders, we'll call it as TIWB, tax inspectors without borders, was launched in partnership with India? Which is the options? Options are A Bhutan, B Nepal, C Afghanistan, D Bangladesh. In none of this. Friends, which country was this? They are launching this type of partnership. So answer is option A, it is Bhutan. So this tax inspectors without borders, so they are saying it is the joint initiative, joint venture, not venture, it is joint initiative of the UNDP, United Nations Development Program, and the Organization of Economic Cooperation and Development, OECD. So it is a partnership with UNDP and OECD, and it was effectively launched in Bhutan in a partnership with India. So Bhutan, India, in a partnership with these countries, they are launching this tax inspectors without borders. So India was the partner of this jurisdiction and has providing the tax expert for this program. So the duration of the program will be 24 months. Now when it comes to static part, this headquarters of, as I told you, UNDP, United Nations Development Program, it is USA, New York, And when it comes to OECD, Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development Agency, OECD, it is Paris, of course, France. Now, when it comes to when it comes to this Bhutan country, so Bhutan, it is capital Thimphu, and currency of Bhutan is Nagultram. Now, next question says, which organization organized Global Investors Roundtable in June 2021? So, which was addressed by our Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman. So, which organization organized this Global Investors Roundtable? Now, which is the options? Options are A. Reserve Bank of India, B. International Finance Corporation, C. US-India Strategic Partnership Forum, D. International Development Program. In none of this. Friends, the Global Investors Roundtable meeting was organized by our US-India Strategic Partnership Forum, USISPF. We'll call it as in short form, USISPF, US India Strategic Partnership Forum. So it was addressed by our Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman. So the event observed this partnership, this participation from some of the largest foreign investors, so including Mastercard, MetLife, Prudential, and Air Products, Dell, SoftBank, and all other big large foreign investors. So our Finance Minister mentioned these opportunities for the growth and investments in India, so which will attract foreign investors. So the main aim behind this Global Investors Roundtable is, so India is attracting more foreigners, more foreign investors for investing in India. That is the main concept. So it's USA India in Strategic Partnership Forum. Now moving on to next question. The question says, RBI released a new guidance on the distribution of dividend payment norms for dash companies. So recently, Reserve Bank of India released new guidelines on the distribution of this dividend payments norms, for which type of companies. So we'll see the options. Options are A. Urban cooperative banks, B. NBFCs, non-bank finance companies, C. HFCs, housing finance companies, D. Agri cooperative banks. Now we'll see the right answer. The right answer is option B. It is non-banking finance companies. So these guidelines will be applicable to all NBFCs. So all NBFCs which are under Reserve Bank of India, which are under guided by RBI. So as per the minimum prudential requirements prescribed by this declaration of dividend, so the net NPA ratio of this NBFCs concern will be less than 6% of each last 3 years. So as I told in question, the RBI released a new guidelines on distribution of dividend payment norms. So what are the norms it is? So the NBFC's dividend, for giving dividend, so their NPA ratio, so should be less than 6% for the last 3 years. So if any NBFC wants to give dividend to their shareholders or their customers, their clients, so their NPA ratio should be less than 6% for the last 3 years. So that is the basic new guidelines for this distribution of dividend payment. Now when it comes to this NBFCs, when it comes to Reserve Bank of India, it is one of the headquarters, it is Mumbai. So NBFC, its abbreviation is non-bank finance companies. Now moving forward, the next question says, which finance company launched Step Up credit card? Which finance company launched Step Up credit card? We'll see the options. Options are A. Paisabazaar.com and PhonePe, B. Paisabazaar.com and SBM Bank India, C. Paisabazaar.com and Yes Bank, D. Paisabazaar.com and IDBI Bank. In none of this. Friends, this Step Up credit card, so it was launched by Paisabazaar.com and SBM India. So this card is a credit builder which will meet the credit needs of the undeserved segments. So it is providing against their fixed deposit. So if you are having a fixed deposit with this bank, so they are going to give a new credit card, that is they are calling as Step Up credit card. So for meeting emergency needs. Now when it comes to starting part of these Paisabazaar and SBM India, The headquarters of Paisa Bazar, it is Haryana, Gurgaon, and the headquarters of this SBI Bank India, it is Mumbai. When it comes to MD and CEO of this SBI Bank, his name is Siddharth Rath. Siddharth Rath is MD and CEO of this SBI Bank India. Now come to next question. Which company has acquired a 54% stake in Paymatrix? So Paymatrix, which is the Hyderabad-based fintech startup company now. So which company has acquired this 54% stake in this Paymatrix? Now which is options? Options are A. Muthoot Finance, A. Muthoot Fincorp, D. Manappuram Gold, C. Bajaj Finserv, D. IIFL Finance. In none of this. Friends, the right answer is option A. It is Muthoot Fincorp. So Muthoot Fincorp has acquired a 54% stake, so almost taken majority share in this Paymatrix. It is a startup company. It is Hyderabad-based fintech company. So they are giving financial technology startup company. It is so they are giving financial tech services to this Muthoot Fincorp. So Muthoot Fincorp has acquired 54% stake in this Paymatrix. Now next question says, which institute launched the Center for Research on Startups and Risk Financing? So which institute launched the Center for Research on Startups and Risk Financing? We'll contest in short form CREST. CREST. Its options are A. IIT New Delhi, IIT Bombay, IIT Kanpur, IIT Madras. In none of these. Friends, the right answer is it is option D. It is IIT Madras. IIT Madras has launched this CREST. So the CREST will offer academic and throughout leadership in areas like innovation, entrepreneurship, and risk capital. That is this IIT Madras has launched this type of research on startups and risk financing. Now next question says, the SBI General Insurance has entered into a bank assurance pact with which bank to distribute its non-life insurance products? The question seems very lengthy, but it is very short, so I can explain very short. It is SBI General Insurance Company. It has entered into a partnership with which bank to distribute their non-life insurance products? Its options are A. Axis Bank, B. IDFC First Bank, C. HDFC Bank, D. ICICI Bank. In another this. Friends, the SBI General Insurance has entered into a bank assurance pact with IDFC First Bank, so for distribute their non-insurance products. So when it comes to static part of this question, the headquarters of this SBI General, it is Mumbai, and MD and CEO of this SBI General Insurance, Prakash Chandra Kandapal. Come to the answer part, it is IDFC First Bank, so it is a private sector bank, and this bank MD and CEO name is his name is V. Vaidyanathan. Now next question says, name the financial body has approved USD 125 million support program for the Resilient Kerala program. So which financial body has approved 125 million US dollars for supporting program of Resilient Kerala program? Which options are A. IMF, International Monetary Fund, B. NIDB, C. ADB, Asian Development Bank, D. World Bank. In none of this. Friends, answer is of course option D. It is World Bank. So World Bank Board of Executive Directors has approved 125 million US dollars support to for this Resilient Kerala program to help the state in preparedness against natural disasters, also climate change impacts, and also disease outbreaks, other pandemic situations. So to tackle these type of situations, this World Bank has supported with this 124 million US dollars. This program name they are calling as Resilient Kerala program. Resilient Kerala program. Now moving on next question. The question says, micro, small and medium sized enterprise day observed globally on which day? MSME Enterprise Day is observed on which day? Its options are A. July 27th, B. June 27th, C. June 25th, D. July 25th. In none of this. Friends, the United Nations Micro, Small and Medium Sized Enterprises Day is held on June 27th since 2017. So since 2017, June 27th. So option B it is right answer. So option B, June 27th, they made as MSME Day. Now next question says. Now moving on next question. The question says name the new Central Vigilance Commissioner of India in the Central Vigilance Commission. Its options. Options are A. N.S. Rao, B. Suresh N. Patel, C. K.V. Chaudhary, D. P.V. Chaudhary. In none of these. Friends, earlier our CVC, Central Vigilance Commissioner, his name is Sanjay Kothari. Now he completed his term. So in place of Sanjay Kothari, so new CVC, new Central Vigilance Commissioner came. His name is Suresh N. Patel. Mr. Suresh N. Patel. So he has been appointed as new Central Vigilance Commissioner. So he is affected from 24th June. So his post as CVC is affecting from 24th June 2021. Now moving on the next question, the question says Fab India has partnered with which payment provider to launch exclusive co-branded contactless credit card? Fab India has partnered with which payment provider to launch their co-branded contactless credit card? Its options. Options are A. American Express, B. SBI Cards, C. DBL Bank, D. Federal Bank. In none of this. Friends, the right answer is option B. It is SBI Cards. So SBI Cards and Payment Services has tied up with this Fab India. It is lifestyle retail chain. So it is to launch an exclusive co-branded credit card for their customers. That is the contactless credit card. So it is not like a normal shopping credit card. It is contactless credit card. So they are calling this card they are calling as Fab India's SBI card. So that card name is Fab India SBI card. Now next question says with which institution has Government of India inked 32 million US dollars loan agreement Mizoram Health System Strengthening Project? So which institution has Government of India inked this 32 million US dollars loan agreement Mizoram Health Systems Strengthening Project? Which is options? Options are A. IMF, B. NIDB, C. ADB, D. World Bank. In none of these. Friends, the right answer is option D. It is World Bank. So World Bank's and Government of India inked this 32 million US dollars loan agreement for strengthening project of this Mizoram health systems. The Mizoram health systems for developing these health systems. World Bank and Government of India has inked 32 million loan agreement, 32 million US dollars loan agreement. The right answer is option D. It is World Bank. Now next question says who among the following has acquired a 7.4% stake in Virtuso Infotech? Virtuso Infotech. Who among the following has acquired a 7.4% stake? So who among means which bank? Now which are the options? Options are A. HDFC Securities Limited, B. SBI Cards, C. HDFC Card, HDFC Bank, D. Federal Bank. A and C means HDFC Securities and HDFC Bank. Friends, the right answer is option E. It is A and C. So the HDFC Bank and its subsidiary, that is HDFC Securities Limited, these two companies have acquired a 7.4% stake in Virtuso Infotech. So it is a Pune based company. So this these two companies, HDFC and HDFC Securities, has acquired 7.4% stake in this Virtuso Infotech company. Now moving on to static part, this HDFC Bank, it is headquarters Mumbai, of course, and MD and CEO name is Shashidhar Jagdishan. Shashidhar Jagdishan. Now next question says dash amount of economic relief from pandemic package was announced by Union Finance and Corporate Affairs Minister Nirmala Sitharaman in June 2021. So how much amount this economic relief from pandemic has been announced by our FM Nirmala Sitharaman ji in month of June. So in this month, these options are A. Rupees 6,28,993 crores, B. 5,28,593 crores, C. 7,28,993 crores, D. 4,28,593 crores. In none of this. Friends, the right answer is option A. It is 6,28,993 crore. Our Union Finance and Corporate Affairs Minister Nirmala Sitharaman announced this economic relief from pandemic package. So this package worth it is 6 lakhs crores. So this package will support the Indian economy. So this package will support our Indian economy to fight the pandemic COVID-19. So under this package, around 17 measures were announced by our FM. So which are classified into three categories mainly. One is economic relief from pandemic, and second one is strengthening public health, and third one is impetus of for growth in employment. So this 6 lakhs crores amount, they are divided into three parts. So they are distributed into three ways, three categories. One is economic relief from pandemic, and second one is strengthening public health, and third one is impetus for growth and employment. Now next question says, the Union Minister of MSME and Road Transport and Highway Nitin Gadkari launched which public sector bank's MSME Prerana program in Maharashtra? Simply friends, in Maharashtra there was a campaign. The campaign name is MSME Prerana campaign. So this program launched by our Nitin Gadkari sahab. So with which bank, with which public sector bank they have been launched this program? Now which is the options? Options are A. State Bank of India, B. Indian Bank, C. Canara Bank, D. Federal Bank, E. none of this. E. A and C. So when it comes to right answer, right answer is option B. It is Indian Bank. So the MSME Prerana, it is Indian Bank's flagship program. So this is the business mentoring program. So it offers a novel and unique and innovative business mentoring support and empower MSME entrepreneurs. So this program will further to be extended to all the states like AP, Telangana, Gujarat, and Tamil Nadu, and other states. So the main aim is to support and empower the MSME entrepreneurs. So now when it comes to this Indian Bank, so Indian Bank headquarters, it is of course Tamil Nadu, and the present MD and CEO of Indian Bank, Padmaja Chunduru. So she is MD and CEO of this Indian Bank. When it comes to tagline of Indian Bank, it is your own bank is a tagline for Indian Bank, your own bank. Now moving on to next question, says who was appointed by WhatsApp as the head of payments in India? Who was appointed by WhatsApp as the head of payments in India? These are the options. Options are A. Pranav Mistry, B. Krishna Bharat, C. Raju Vanpala, D. Manish Mahatme. In none of these. Friends, right answer is option D. It is Manish Mahatme. Manish Mahatme. So he was appointed by WhatsApp as head of payments in India. So when it comes to static mod, the CEO of WhatsApp, Will Cathcart, and the parent organization of this WhatsApp is Facebook, of course. Now next question says the World Bank approved a dash amount of loan to implement SALT program in AP. SALT will call it as it is supporting Andhra's learning transformation program. We call it as in short it is SALT program. Now which is the options? Options are A. 1760 crores, B. 1860 crores, C. 1850 crores, D. 1460 crores, E. None of this. Friends, the lending arm of this World Bank, International Bank for Reconstruction and Development, IBRD. So IBRD has approved the loan to implement this SALT program, that is supporting Andhra's learning transformation program in AP. So as I told, the loan amount it is 1860 crores, 1860 crores. So option B it is right answer. So the loan amount of this 1860 crores is approved by World Bank's IBRD. IBRD abbreviation International Bank for Reconstruction and Development. So this SALT program will be transformed AP's government schools into vibrant and competitive platforms by enhancing teaching practices, learning outcomes, and social management and basic education. So friends, the tenure of this program, they are saying it is 5 years and it will be executed from academic year of this 2021 to 22, to 2026 to 27. They are saying this 5 years program now, so it is 21 to 27. So the amount it is 1,860 crore rupees. Yes, rupees. So this much amount of loan they are going to give to AP's government for implementing this SALT program. SALT is matlab supporting Andhra's learning transformation program. And if you haven't yet subscribed my channel, please subscribe my Involving YouTube channel and press the bell icon to get the latest notification to your mobile. Thanks for watching. Thank you. Jai Hind.